Okay, and then we're creating a script update settings global. What does global mean? Global. Is that like defining a variable outside of like a particular area, or global Python? Global variables. Variables that are created outside of a function, as in all of the examples in the previous pages are known as global variables. Global variables can be used by everyone, both inside of functions and outside. Okay, I'm guessing you can define functions. With variables that are local to the functions themselves, and then you can have global. Okay, makes sense. Okay. So global match count, global patterns. For I, in range match count, key equals OBS, data get string, settings, I don't know what this means. Settings, F, match, and then a range of I. Key equals this, val equals this. Data get string, patterns, update, key and value, print, loaded matcher I, comma, key, comma, value. F match, F path, key and value for I in range. Equals, value equals, patterns, dot, update, key, colon, value, print, F, loaded, matcher, key, I don't know, fuck me, I'm not going to understand this. Here he's just defining, these are just variables, they can mean anything, right? So he's defining two variables, a key and a value, right? Patterns dot update, okay. Script underscore properties, global match count. Don't know we're doing this yet. Props equal OBS dot OBS underscore properties create for I range match count OBS properties and or add text. Whoa! I'm not gonna understand this. Not enough. Don't care that much. All right. Signal handler for recording stop. Okay. Def define signal handler function call data handle the recording stop signal and move the file accordingly. Okay, so up here, I imagine I need to define, is it going to give me like an option in OBS to define this stuff, or who knows? We'll see. Hopefully. Okay, for I in range match. Okay, return props. Okay. Signal handler function, call data, handle the recording stop signal and move the file accordingly. Global patterns, print, handler triggered. God, he's printing so many statements for me. Thank you. Thank you. So my logs show me something meaningful. I appreciate it. Thank you. Okay. Try last underscore recording equals OBS dot no, this doesn't log to the file, I think. Wait, what? Oh, wait, well, what the fuck is the point of printing this? Because every other script people have sent me prints nothing. So I have no error message, I have no nothing. Wait, what the fuck is this even printing then? What does that mean? It logs to a little window. Print is on the console. It prints to console when you run it in the command prompt. Oh, wait, so on OBS, when I have like a little, I have a little log window. None of these are going to print to log? Oh, well, fuck me. How do I print this to, can I change this to just make all these print commands like print to log or something? You will see in console it's still useful. When you say in console to a retarded Windows user, which is me, consoles are little black boxes that pop up and disappear in 0.1 seconds, and then you never read them ever. I can't read that. It's here and gone, okay? So fuck you, all right? But we'll see. Okay. I think it means the script log in OBS. Who knows? We'll see. Okay. Print handler triggered. Last recording equals try. Last recording equals OBS front end get last recording. Wait for the file to be fully available. Time.sleep 5. Is this specified in seconds? Is there not a way to know for sure when a file is fully available? Why are we just like hard coding a random point in time? Why can't, should we just know? Is there no actual... It's a hook to a trigger. It's complicated. Steven, I swear to God, this works. It's automated. I can tell when the file is ready to be transferred based on it scans every 30 seconds for finalized files. Lycan! That sounds like a dog shit script. Why do I want something scanning a folder every 30 fucking seconds when OBS is making specific calls for when a file is done being recorded? Why would I want to do some hacky... I don't understand. Ugh. There are so many people around me when I'm working on something who are like, hey, this works. And it's some jerry-rigged cuck bullshit. Why not just do it properly, okay? Do it correctly. Because it's not resource intensive, it doesn't matter if it's resource intensive. If OBS has a very specific part in the module that specifies or says, hey, the file is done being recorded, why not use that instead of having random time hooks on fucking everything? Why would I do that? Why not just why not just have the actual thing that says, hey, it's done? Why does that matter? For my own autism, because I'm autistic. That's why it matters, and that's it. I'm autistic. Because I'm autistic. That's it. That's the reason. Okay. Okay. The problem, I'm seriously telling you guys, okay? Because you will get triggered, okay? For the next 2 months, all right? Because regardless of what you think about me, I'm an incredibly fucking humble person. For the next 2 months, I'm not going to be humble. I'm going to try being arrogant as fuck, okay? So get used to it. I hope you get triggered. Post to my server to how fucking triggered you are. If I'm in a bad mood, I'll ban you. If I'm in a good mood, I'll say, oh, good point. I am being really arrogant here, okay? The problem with creating hacky solutions to everything, and I know for a fact this extends to the programming world without even knowing anything relating to programming, the problem when you do hacky solutions to shit is that when something breaks, now you gotta go back. Not only you troubleshooting the particular thing you're working on, now you gotta go back through all of your hacky fuck solutions because you might not have any idea what the fuck is actually going on in your code, right? Let's say, for instance, theoretically, let's say in the future, I want to create a script or do something where it's like, after a file is moved or after a recording has stopped, I also want to rename the file and I want to put that script below. Well, now I've got, for some reason, none of my files are moving and I don't know why they're not moving. Now I got to go back and troubleshoot. Oh, it's because this other file doesn't move after the recording is stopped. It waits 5 seconds or it scans at random time intervals. So now if I make another script, I got to do it at larger time intervals and I can't fucking just... Why not just do it properly? Sorry.
Wouldn't you just edit the script so that it does a rename before, or it gives you the option to hold off rename and then you can push the button? Like there are a myriad of things that would accomplish what you're trying to do.
No. There might be there are a myriad of ways to solve every single problem in life, of course. But why would I scan a folder at intervals when OBS specifically declares when a file is done being written to?
Yeah, but you just said you might want to change the name before it transfers, right?
Yes, and with a different script or in a different program.
What do you mean?
Let's say theoretically I want to cold storage archive every single VOD I do. Let's say that theoretically after I finish a stream, let's say that I want to rename a file and I want to have that name comport to a date and a time. So if I do that, but let's say that when I finish a stream, let's say that the string that I record to moves it to a particular folder like I want to in this one, right? Well, if I make that second script, well then every single time I finish a stream, let's say that script renames the file and moves it to cold storage, my other script that you suggested me that's scanning every 30 seconds for a finished VOD isn't even gonna see the correct name. It might not even see the file at all because I've got another script that's moving it.
But you can just add that logic into it so it knows where to look, what to look for.
Why would I want to make my first script even more complicated to deal with my second script?
You make modules. You just make it so they work together.
No, but if everything was just working properly, if I do the solutions like as they're literally built into the module to solve for, then I can build everything assuming that my prior code base is actually coherently put together instead of 50 million jerry-rigged hacky solutions.
This isn't hacky, first of all.
Scanning a folder every 30 seconds is hacky.
Well, I'm sorry. Do you want it to be every 5 minutes?
No, I wanted to detect when the file is done, exactly when the file is finished. The OBS module, I'm pretty sure, outputs that information. No?
I don't know anything about OBS. All I know is for the problem you said you needed a solution to, you now have a solution.
Wait, I'm not looking for a solution. I'm looking for an elegant, good solution. I'm not looking for a hacky solution.
I think.
Wait, if you don't know anything about the OBS module, then how could you possibly give me solutions for a script that I'm making for OBS?
So the only thing is that you want it to go based off that trigger code. That's it.
I want, when I finish a stream, when I'm done streaming, I want that file that is finished. I want a script to read the name of the file, and then if it matches a certain string of text, based on what it matches, I want it to move that file to another folder for uploading because I've got Google Drive and Dropbox.
Okay, so I'm asking this because I do not know. Where does it send that signal to? Like, how is the script going to know that signal was sent?
How does the script know that the signal
is it because it's operating inside of OBS? Like, I'm asking. I do not know anything about running scripts in OBS.
My guess is that the OBS module that every other person is importing here probably sends a signal or updates a variable. It does something. There's probably like an OBS update. It might be this signal handler thing, or it might be recording output thing that updates when a file is done being written to.
Okay. I'll talk to you later. Love you.
Love you. Why did it do that? Halloween noise. Okay. Jesus. This is why I don't trust anything that anybody sends me. This is why I hate ChatGPT. Please stop suggesting ChatGPT. Please stop. 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 ChatGPT is an amazing tool to help you with things. Okay, but it can't solve everything for you. It's a shortcut when you already. ChatGPT is like learning derivation or integral shortcuts but you have to know how to do them longhand first, that you know what you're looking for. Okay, this isn't even specifically to Lycan. I just hate ChatGPT. I hate all of you guys. Okay, I don't care about any of this. Stop. Okay. Anyway, you can turn off Halloween sounds. I don't care. If Destiny saw our Docker file for web, he would kill himself. Oh, also, Cake, I saw the best shit that we're going to start doing, okay? Because I was going through the Git, and I see how some of you guys merge things. We are going to get on, there's a whole Amazon deployment pipeline that I want to see us use more, okay? There's an AWS code pipeline, all right? And we're going to start doing all of our changes this way, all right? I want to see like the local development, the source stage, the build stage, the testing beta stage, the gamma stage, the production stage. I got all the charts and graphs and everything, okay? This whole oh my God, it's just going to be brilliant. You and Jader, we're going to, when we do our stand-up tomorrow, we're going to talk about this, and it's just amazing, okay? I don't know anything about this, but some guy sent me a whole ass thing about how, fuck it, actually, I could read this. Just wanted to offer some more context on what has to be involved at a big tech company to make a change like the one that banned the Israeli IP addresses at Twitch. TLDR, there were many humans in the loop that had to okay this change and many more who could have reversed it at any time. There is zero chance any one developer could go rogue and do this. This comes from my experience as a software developer who is AWS Cloud Architect certified. Are we AWS Cloud Architect certified, Cake? Why are we not? As well as the so-called AWS Well Architecture Design Pattern, which is published by AWS and provides guidelines and best practices for deploying architecture on AWS. While you could argue that Twitch does not follow these rules, I think it's a bit of a stretch considering they are owned by Amazon and deployed on AWS. Also, AWS puts the documentation for Well Architecture on their implementation guide for building a live streaming platform, suggesting they would do this themselves on their own streaming platform. In particular, I want to direct your attention to the Operational Excellence pillar, Prepare, Design for Operations, Best Practices Guidelines. Starts on page 98 of the PDF below. I will summarize for each of the major relevant points for BP01-04. And then he just goes through all the version control, all this bullshit or whatever, and says, I'm not reading the rest of this. Okay, back to our script. Okay, I don't like this. Wait for the file to be fully available. There must be some operating system. There must be some module in Windows. There must be something that we can do, okay? Just for my own autistic self, there must be some way to know this without just waiting for 5 seconds and hoping I don't know why we have to do this. There must be a way to do this, right? Definitely not in Windows. There's no way to know if a file is available in Windows. This is pretty standard because Windows sucks. The signal is emitted when the video is done. He calls sleep to make sure. Okay. If not last recording or not OS path exists, last recording, print F. Recording file not found. Oh, wait, I'm sorry. Let me I need coder flair for who's talking correctly or not. So he's calling this, and then he's just waiting 5 seconds, and then if this isn't returning what he expects it to return for whatever fucking reason, then he'll print this error message, right? That's basically okay, right? Okay. Printf, trying to match file last recording. Move the file based on matching keyword. For match output path in patterns.items, if match the lower in os.path.base, name last recording.lower, printf matched. Okay, hopefully this is printing somewhere I can read it. Okay. All right, let's try it. Let's see what happens. Good luck. I'm genuinely asking, why not just drag and drop your file to wherever you want it to be? This seems like a solution to a problem that doesn't exist. Okay, just walk with me, all right? So I have a whole studio downstairs, and a lot of what happens in the studio is automated, okay? In an ideal manner, the less manual interaction that I have to go through with things, the less of a chance for an error to occur. And the faster and snappier everything happens, okay? So the idea is, downstairs I have 4 different OBS profiles and I have 4 different scene groups. When I'm streaming on a particular thing, what I want is to be able to push the stop stream button, and the second I'm done streaming, the recording is automatically shot to the correct folder, and based on the folder, I've got Google Drive and Dropbox configured to automatically shoot the file to the correct uploaded area. That's why that's why I would like the script. So it doesn't rely on me manually moving things. It doesn't rely on me, I can't forget something, I can't fuck it up. Destiny, just say that it triggers you, no need to yap, little bro. Okay. The less things that you have to manually interact with, the less chance of something fucking up. If you have systems in place that require manual intervention from the user, it's probably fucking retarded. Okay? Okay. Okay. Stop assuming that automation always is good. It's only useful in specific scenarios. Yeah, like the scenario where I would want the exact same behavior to happen based on the name of the file. Yeah, this is a prime ripe for automation, okay? This is a ripe for automation project. So you're retarded. Fuck you. Eat shit. Okay, Control S, save, close. Why do I have what is all this shit? What's the significance of the file name? My 4 different OBS profiles all save a different file name based on what profile I have loaded. So, for instance, if I'm streaming downstairs, but I'm streaming from my personal stream, it'll be Destiny-Studio, and then there are 4 variables for time for when it's streamed. So every time I stream downstairs for my personal stream, it'll automatically go to one folder. If I'm streaming for anything else, it's called anything else, and then dash and then the time code. And then if it's for bridges, it's bridges, dash, and then a time code. So there's a different file name pattern for every different file, or for every different profile in OBS. The goal being that whichever I've got something loaded on will automatically save the file name, and you can tell looking at the file name, oh, which stream was this for? The ideal would be to have a script that moves things to the correct folder afterwards. The reason why I have to move things rather than just saving directly to the correct folder, which would be ideal, is because Google Drive and Dropbox don't wait for a finished file before they try to upload something. So if I start writing to a directory while I'm streaming, what will happen is Google Drive will continue to try to upload the incompleted file over and over and over and over again until it fucking rate limits me, okay? Which is annoying as fuck. It seems that OBS just doesn't give information on when it's done writing to a file. I am 99% sure that that's not true, because I'm pretty sure the MP4 container breaks if you don't close the file when you're done writing to it. Am I wrong on that? Do I not know anything about fucking containers or video formats? I'm almost positive that it has to tell you when it's done writing the file, because I'm almost positive that for the MP4 container to work correctly, you have to close the file when you're done writing to it. Stop! Okay. Okay. Script log. Reload script. Boom. Moves a file when file name matches n to path n. Oh my God. Okay. And I've got a GUI on OBS. Okay. So now let's see. We go to settings. We go to output recording. Okay. These files are named Destiny Apartment. So dash. Okay. So we're going to call this match 1. Destiny Apartment. Browse. VODS. Destiny Stream. Select folder. Okay. Open. Script logging thing. Loaded matcher 0. Destiny Apartment. Okay. We're going to refresh. Okay. That it looks okay. Attached. Okay. All right. Okay. I'm going to click stop recording. Trying to match file. And then it lists the name of the file. Matched match Destiny Apartment moved file to D::VODS Destiny Stream. Okay. Who wrote this? Who wrote this script? Who wrote this script? Who wrote it? Oh, you I don't have to know who wrote it because you put made by Satevis. Give me your PayPal. Satevis, what is your PayPal? Add me on Discord? What's your Discord name? Oh. PayPal. I mean this sincerely. What do you have against asking ChatGPT about what kind of functions can accomplish the thing you're requesting of your program? Okay, when it comes to programming, syntax is one of the least important things about programming. When you're asking ChatGPT for a solution, what it is probably giving you is a way to do the thing that you're asking. But it's not giving you something that is the most elegant solution. It might not be giving you something that is the optimal solution, and it might not be giving you something that is optimized for future other types of implementations as well. That's the issue. So when you're giving me a ChatGPT script, it might work, but it might break down the line. It might not work if I try to do something else, and it might not be the optimal way to solve the problem. That's the issue, okay? Okay. Not always true. Bye. 120-day ban for a retarded. What a stupid fucking comment. Not always true. Correct. Sometimes it might give you the best answer. But if you're asking ChatGPT and you don't know anything about programming, and my guess is going to be, and I'm not even going to say this is my guess because I know that I'm right. You know why I know that I'm right? Because I'm not fucking retarded. When you're programming for something that is using obscure or not as well worked with libraries or modules, like for instance, OBS, ChatGPT is probably even less optimized because it probably doesn't get a whole bunch of things asking about OBS code. Hi. Yeah. Boxes. Oh, just one. Just one. Cool. All right. Thanks so much. Yeah, have a good one. Like if I was asking for a script to move a Windows file from one folder to the next, ChatGPT might be able to give me the right answer, okay? But if I'm working in a more obscure module for a program that's not like ultra commonly coded for, it might not give me, it's probably got a less likely chance of giving me the best answer, okay? Did Destiny just say he's using both Google Drive and Dropbox? Yes. Check if you have WebSocket enabled in the OBS. You can listen for events on a script. Your OBS will act as a local server. I have that enabled for downstairs. I don't need it for upstairs. Would you be interested in an executable file that you just click after you're done streaming? It can do all of the OS stuff for moving the file without having to interfere with OBS directly. If I could do something in a script with a program, why in the fuck would I want a whole other executable file with a whole other batch of potential problems, with a whole other batch of issues related to access control and everything? Why? No, you should never do that. No. Another thing that I learned, okay, I learned so much random shit in doing this studio shit. You know the whole Windows user group shit and how fucking crazy and weird and retarded and nonsensical? It's actually not crazy and weird and retarded and nonsensical. It actually makes perfect fucking sense. I fully understand why Windows does security and all the ACLs and the groups. I 1,000,000% understand how all of it works now. And I think it's written fine. It might be better on Linux. To be honest, I don't know fuck all about Linux, but there is a reason why it exists the way that it exists. There's a reason why permissions are doled out the way they are. There's a reason why it all makes sense. Okay. Okay. I don't need money. Just read the shit I write in chat. Give me a flyer or some shit for not retarded. Well, I don't know if we have a coder flyer, so ask Cake save us. I was gonna send you $1,000, but it was the easiest $1,000, okay, you would have ever earned in your life. Okay. What is this? Don't care about this. Stop. Don't care about this. Serious question. Do you think Trump has some sort of blackmail over Piers Morgan? No, I think that just people are... Dave Smith is triggered. Dave Smith, I have never seen such a submissive, breedable little cuck, okay, in my entire fucking life. I think he was triggered right at the start of the fucking show. I don't shake hands with these people anymore, but I did shake Mehdi Hassan's hand because as much as I disagree with him, I don't know if he is a threat to my fucking country. When I refused to shake Dave Smith's hand, he crumbled. He was like, hey, and I was like, no, I hate you. And he's like, what? And I was like, I feel like you're destroying my country. People like you are destroying my country. And he's like, I guess I feel the same way about you. Not very professional. And then he stumbles over to his chair like a drunken grandmother. Okay, this guy doesn't want anything. Okay, well. Okay, file settings. I have, this script works. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you. Cool. Well, hey, we don't have to learn any more Python today. We're done with the Python learning segment. I need to cancel my trial that I signed up for that's going to bill me $150 or whatever fucking bullshit. What was the name of the site I was using? Code Academy. Hold on. My account plus billing. Goal, mail, payment and plan. Payment. Change plan. No, how do I... Oh, it's doing this to me. How do you cancel it? Oh, I want to end my subscription. I don't have the time right now. I can meet my goals with the basic plan. I want to switch plans. The plan is too expensive. The plan didn't have what I wanted. Other. Click. Other. Let us know your thoughts. I was considering learning Python, but a close friend helped me with my problems. Thanks. Regards. Exclamation mark. Is there a chance that this code is open source? It'd be nice to make a branch and help as a CS major. Open source code? Open source? Do you want me to make a GitHub for my Python script for my OBS? Stay and extend your free trial? No. We're sorry to see you leave. I understand that this action will end my trial today. Cancel free trial. Error, YouTube is not receiving enough video to maintain smooth streaming. That's not true. Why does it keep saying that? How much fucking data do you want from me? What do you want from me? Settings. I turned it down because he's an AV1, which I'm not fully sold on as an encoder now. I'm not fully sold on it. I'm not fully sold on it. Okay, that's okay. Done with this. Done. Boom, 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 boom. Okay. Oh. Okay, so I need to transfer this script downstairs. Now, normally, I would be running back and forth over and over again. But I don't have to do this, okay? Because you know what I can do? Is I can open up my remote desktop and I can go, oh, well, hello. Hello, my other computer. Hello. Oh, let's open OBS downstairs. Anybody, who are these people in my studio right now? What? Just kidding. I can check my cameras. This is so cool. I can look around in my studio. Nothing's going on. Cute. Nobody's breaking in. Okay, okay. Close this. OBS. The remote desktop is a security risk? Well, would it be? What if the remote desktop was only accepting local connections on the same network? Okay. Why were you yapping about your studio being downstairs if you have a remote desktop? Because I didn't have remote desktop before, and I would have to run upstairs and downstairs over and over and over and over again. Like a retard. Like an idiot! How you're on the same network as a computer on another floor in an apartment building? Good question. How could you possibly be on the same network? Someday you'll figure it out. There's advanced technologies. There's black magics to do this, okay? Okay. What am I looking for? Okay. This, don't care. Okay. Don't need this. Who is this? Don't know. Don't know. Boom, boom, boom. What is this? Close this, close this. I love the amount of people in your chat who don't understand computer science or technology in general. Well, you know what? What are you going to do? What's he doing with Python, boys? Wicked Supreme? I will, if I ever see you again, I will kill you in a video game. Okay. Okay. Boom, boom. Okay. There you go. Thank you. So with the election data you paid for, are you guys going to have to call states? Like, don't the networks have pollsters to make those calls usually? I think I'll talk about that in a minute, actually. I'm super excited for that. Who sent this? Okay, there you go. Damn. Easiest $1,000 this guy ever made in his entire life. Just for not being a fucking retard. Okay, boom, boom. What is this? Hold on. Opening. Okay. Have you voted yet? No, but I do plan to early vote. And you guys should early vote too. I hate myself that we didn't do more. I'll do this differently next election, assuming we still have a democracy. We need to find ways to track who in my community has voted. I want to have like obscene, absurd, disgusting voter turnout rates for my audience. Like if I could get like 95% plus like voter turnout for my audience, God, it would be so fucking sick. I can explain how it works in Discord too. I'm in disagreements. I have another approach to not working with file names at all. Simply trying it in the scene in OBS. No, I don't care. I'm fine. This works. As long as this works, that's okay. I don't care. Okay. What was I coming to Discord for? Oh, I was just sending this. Okay. Okay. H.266 is getting mainstream adoption next year. Pepe laugh. You had issues with AV1. Oh, so I think that I'm starting to learn like the layers. The layers are important. Some codecs are optimized for some layers, and some codecs are optimized for other layers. So AV1 is really good on the transport layer. AV1 is good because it is AV1 is good because the data transfer is low because of how effective the compression is. However, there's like overall, it just consumes more resources and energy because of the effort required to encode and decode it. Now, I don't know today if it matters much for consumer computers to decode AV1. I don't know if that's a big deal or not. I don't know how much that matters. But for the studio stuff I'm doing where I'm trying to shoot a file to another person that's smaller for a proxy file, my AV1 encodes downstairs are taking so long on that Intel graphics card. But I'm also realizing now too that the strength of the graphics card does matter. I should have never gotten that A380. It's like it's a cute card and it's very effective at a very low cost. But like I ordered a 4090 that should be here today. I should just be using a 4090 because it's taking me like 7 hours to do an encode of like 8 or 9 hours of footage. And it's just like Jesus fucking Christ. But I think that a 4090 doing H.264 is going to be faster and easier. What about your power issues? Fuck it, I don't care. I've got like a huge black soundproof wall that is blocking the studio computer from the studio, so I don't think any slight fan noises will matter much. Would you ever do a video about how to turn your brain on when you read propositions to vote on? Oh, we'll do that today. Oh, that's one of the reasons why I hadn't early voted, because I almost did before I left, is we should go over the Florida ballot stuff. The reason everyone was saying an A380 is because of the 75 watt limit you had. Yeah, and it was good for that, although, funnily enough, there are A380s that use more than 75 watts, which is annoying because the A380 that I ended up buying, ended up being one that consumes 150 watts. It takes more power. I didn't know that they made some, but I guess because I got a non-reference cooler or whatever the fuck. I don't even know if you can see it on this, but it has a plug for a power in it, so fuck me. I legit didn't think I could vote until you mentioned it's different state to state on stream. Now if you can tell me how to own a gun with a felony conviction, I will vote for whomever you tell me forever. Wait, do you have a felony conviction, Harrison? Your reading aloud for comprehension tip helped me vote for the propositions on my ballot. Cool. California is voting to raise the minimum wage to $18 an hour. I'm voting no because of inflation reasons. Am I retarded? I don't know how many people in California even make minimum wage. I don't know how much it'll matter. What is the minimum wage in California right now? Minimum wage, California. It's almost 16 an hour. Like, does it matter? I don't know. In a previous debate, you stated that illegal immigrants do not pay taxes when they do specifically report income and pay taxes in the income. I've said illegal immigrants don't pay taxes? Have I said that? I would have to see the debate that I have said that in, because generally it's the opposite. My understanding is that the average case is if an illegal immigrant isn't getting paid under the table, what they'll do is they're like stealing social security numbers like that, and that's how they're getting paid. But the issue is that when you get a stolen social security number, you're paying taxes on a social security number that you can probably never get benefits from because you can't verify an ID anywhere you go. So my understanding is that illegal immigrants tend to pay more in taxes than are caught. They're a fiscal benefit just because of the way that they do that. Yeah, or you could get like an ITIN or whatever. How do you steal a social security number? Fuck a girl, and then when she's completely blasted on your bed, okay, and you've given her dick poisoning for how much you've dicked her down, you dig into her wallet and you take her fucking social security number and you sell it to an illegal immigrant. Boom! Did you speak with Medio-san after the debate? A little bit. It was nice to speak with him. God, being on the same team as him, I need me, him, and Jenk, okay, to be... Oh my God, that was brutal. And it felt good. I wanted to be more harsh, but I think I was already being kind of mean. And Mehdi was doing a good job too, so I don't want to like get in his way. God, because Sarah Palin is like one of the people that have like rotted my mom's brains the most. Like my mom was a huge Palin fan. So the fact that I get to sit next to Palin and just eviscerate her felt so good. God. Why didn't you press Tom on his double standard? You highlighted it. Oh, Tom Bilyeu. Because I started to realize over and over again, especially once we got into like the inflation, deflation, gold standard thing, I started to realize that like this conversation is going to be... Oof. Why do you feel so good about being on the same side as terrorist supporters? Listen, one man's terrorist is another man's freedom fighter. And one day a terrorist can become a freedom fighter, okay? Al-Qaeda, not very good people. Today, however, Al-Qaeda fights against... they have that... Does Al-Qaeda still own that itty bitty tiny piece of land in Yemen between the southern Yemenese government and the Houthis? And I'm pretty sure they fought. Was Al-Qaeda fighting against ISIS and Assad alongside the FSA in Syria? I think. Listen, what are you gonna do? I just need to get Piers to stop calling me Destiny. But I guess it works. Just fuck it. Who cares? I guess it makes me memorable. It makes me stick out more. I think Al-Qaeda is Sunni, so they would fight against the Shia ISIS. The Sunni Shia shit doesn't matter to anybody. It's an irrelevant. That's like some shit that doesn't matter ever. It's not. I used to think it was important, but I haven't said that in a while. Like the Sunni Shia divide is not like, that's not like a real thing. There are sects in the Middle East that are opposed to each other, and the Shia tend to be on one end and the Sunni tend to be on another, but it's not like they look at each other and they're like, oh fuck, we have incongruent religious beliefs, so I'm gonna go with the other guys. It's just more like different groups of people tend to be some religion, and then these groups of people have fought against each other. But like for instance, not ISIS, Hamas is a Sunni fundamentalist, I'm pretty sure, but they work with the Houthis and Iran, right? It's not as important as people sometimes stress it as, yeah. Why is Saudi Arabia and Iran against one another? Because they represent different polarity in the world. Saudi Arabia has become basically a United States ally, and they sit along that axis. Iran fancies itself more a Russian and Chinese ally. What are the best responses you've heard for why Republicans were or are against the bipartisan border bill? Obviously because they want the border issue for the election, but have you ever heard a reasonable opinion for why they'd be so staunchly against it? Nope. Usually just requires them to misquote the bill and say things like, it opens the border up or all that bullshit or whatever. Okay, what do we have? Links. How was Palin after the debate? No clue. When the debate was over, I fucking bounced. I walked the fuck out immediately because I didn't give a fuck about any of those people. But I caught up with Mehdi downstairs afterwards, and we chatted for a little bit. Felt good. He showed me that he had he showed me the Palin quote, and he's like, she said I lied about this, but I didn't. I remember everything. And I'm like, holy shit, you do. I like this border one. I think it's cute. We're going to use this from now Okay, what do I have here? Links open. Ariana Grande and Jonathan Bailey performing Dancing Through Life in Wicked. This nasty, unforgivable backlighting. Oh my God, I watched a movie last night. Substance, is it Substance Use? Or The Substance, I think.
You're perfect.
You're perfect.
So we're perfect together. Born to be forever. Dancing through life.
The resolution on this is so fucking bad. That is some pretty brutal backlighting though. Okay, what is this?
Called Nazis. Stop doing.
You're called an
You've
been called an anti-Semite more than anyone else's table.
Yeah.
And people would
By
sit there
you.
and no, by me. I never called you an anti-Semite. I mean, I'm not sitting here saying I don't.
I'm a supporter of the Palestinians, so I'm used to it. It's
Yeah,
fine.
well, I hope your beeper doesn't go off. The thing is
Did
that
you just say I should die?
You should.
That's a stream joke, mate. That's a streamer joke, mate. That's not a cable network joke. Oh no.
no, I
Did
said,
you just say
no,
I should be killed?
No, I
on
did not
live
say
on
that. I
CNN?
said, no, I did not say that.
Hold on, hold on.
Did your guest just
Let
say
me-
I should
No, I
be
did
killed
not.
Let me-
on
hold on.
live
What did you
TV?
I said I hope
Guys,
you don't.
let me just stop.
You said you hope my beeper doesn't go off.
You said I'm a big
Stop that
supporter
right now.
Of the
of
Palestinians.
Hamas.
Guys, let
I
me
said
stop.
Palestinians.
Are you? A supporter
Am I
of
what?
Hamas?
Hold on.
Guys,
Excuse me, the beeper attacks weren't even against Hamas, they were against Hezbollah. Who is this guy? Does he even know the right terrorist groups? At least get the terrorist groups right. Oh no.
let me
said
stop.
Palestinians.
Are you? A supporter
Am I
of
what?
Hamas?
No, of course I'm not.
Palestinians
supporting
are
Hamas.
not.
Then I
Are
apologize.
you a
Then I
racist,
apologize.
violent person
Then I
inciting
apologize.
violence against me?
Ryan.
That's disgusting.
That is completely.
Then I apologize.
Good
That
job,
is
CNN. Let's
completely
have first
out
block
of
say the
pocket.
Muslim guy
You
should
know
be
that.
blown
Then I
up
apologize.
on
Then I
TV.
apologize.
Don't
Then I
say
apologize.
then I
Wow.
apologize. You literally.
say
I
it.
thought you said
accused
Hamas.
him.
I apologize.
You didn't think I said
No.
Hamas.
Yes,
I
you
said I
didn't.
supported
Yes, I did.
Palestinian
Yes, I
rights.
did.
Why? Because when you hear
What's funny
Palestinian,
is
To be fair, you could make the beeper joke about a Hamas person, maybe, Yeah. That's JD Vance's friend.
Rudy
Really?
Giuliani said this
No,
yesterday,
because-
so you're a great guest to
Listen.
be here
all
to
right,
defend
I
Rudy
told myself
Giuliani's
Give me
I
one-
wasn't going to
give me-
entertain
give me one
nonsense
second.
today, and so at this
This
point,
is what we're in
I
now.
can't
This
do
is America in
Here's what I
2024.
will say.
Forget the
Here's what I-
racism.
That's right.
It's I should
That's
die.
right.
I didn't
That's-
say that.
that-
You
You
should
said,
die.
what does beeper mean? Don't give me your
I
fake
did not
ignorance.
say you should
Guys,
die.
Why did you say with my
give me-
beeper
give me
go
a-
off?
What did you mean?
He said he hopes your beeper doesn't go
What
off.
did you mean by the beeper?
So what
I
did you
said-
mean?
What did you mean by the
No,
beeper? No, you didn't. You said, I hope your
Listen,
beeper doesn't go off.
Ryan, stop talking.
At least
Sorry.
have the guts to support your racist comment.
Hang on.
I'm so sorry.
Let her bring it back.
This
Let her bring
is
it back.
this is
Hang on.
why. This is why yesterday's rally
Yeah.
was disgusting.
Don't call us
and
Nazis, but I'm going to
outrageous.
threaten the brown guy as
This
a
is
terrorist
why.
and kill him.
Because I didn't ever say Donald Trump was Hitler. But do you know who stood on a stage yesterday and said, I want to come to the Nazi rally? I don't have to make up words and call you something. You're saying it for yourself. And what you just said
Kamala
right
Harris
here,
is a pimp.
apologize, but I will tell you, I don't accept that apology, and you didn't even say it
That's
to
fine.
me.
I didn't say it
that
to
was
you.
disgusting. But I can be offended when you don't even say it
That's-
to me. I'm not Puerto Rican, but I was offended by what he said
Okay.
yesterday. And I'm offended that the former president and potentially future president would allow it and go for 12 hours and not say, I don't care. Because you know what? When Kamala Harris put out statements about switching up opinions, it wasn't good enough for Republicans.
Why are you looking at me?
Because you said it.
Why
'Cause
don't you
I'm-
take this back a little?
Okay. I'm an undecided voter. Currently an undecided voter. With 8 days left, I was wondering if someone could provide me with a singular video made by someone who spent hours researching into the topic. Possibly some major event that's happened. Good one. Although I don't think people give a fuck about J6. I'm not sure now, by the way. I don't know if that J6 video will be done before the election, so get fucked. I think at this point, just talking to the editor guy and all the people working, if it does finish, they'd have to cut out like so much essential stuff. And I feel like putting out something that is subpar, I don't know if I want to do it, so I might just launch it afterwards. Fuck it. Or there might be a part 1 beforehand or a part 2 after. Who knows? We'll see. How the fuck does it take that long? Videos of that magnitude, I'm pretty sure take like about a month or more for work. So I had this guy in like a super tight time span. But I feel like also a lot of people have made a lot of videos about this as well too. Like Short Fat Otaku just released a video as well.
Might not like if he's
But
every
let's
time
think Stein.
Nothing he said last
Chat,
time.
this is bad. Chat,
they're
chat, this is bad news. Chat.
What is this?
Look at the small one. It's gone. It's
didn't actually watch the
gone.
full speech last night, but the stuff. Anything on the topic of Israel?
What is it? What was
is
gone?
probably
Was it
gonna risk?
the nail
Chat,
coming
look at
off?
that. Hold on. Ready? Watch this.
No, he's not going to do it. Don't. Your nails and your feet are like, they give you a lot of indications or problems down the road, by the way. Like, I don't know if people are aware of this or not, but there's a lot of things that can signal incoming. Like, for instance, if your toes are incredibly tingly or start to numb, I think that could be an indicator of very high blood sugar. Although I think you should probably know before you get those types of feelings, but that can be an indicator for like type 2 diabetes and stuff. If you have weird calluses that are on the bottom of your feet, or if you have like weird pains or whatever, that can be a result of standing incorrectly, of walking incorrectly, of running incorrectly. If nails are becoming like ingrown or whatever, your socks or your shoes might be too tight. He eats it. I don't want to watch him eat it. I don't need that. Yeah, you should be aware of shit like that. Sorry for this, man, but a 10-minute overview J6 video would be great and hopefully wouldn't take too long. I don't think J6 is the mega break VODS, but as well, how many people don't know about it and be cool. The problem is you can't 10-minute overview it. You've got to explain so much civics in order to like get people to understand what's going on. Like I said, when I was first demoing my script to the editor guy that I'm working with now, I think a week or two ago, it was like 4 hours in when he realized, like, wait a second, hold on, wait, this is super fucked. Like there's just so much civics explaining. It's very frustrating. No one knows about the elector scheme. Yeah, but the issue what I found when explaining the elector scheme to people is what happens is if you're a Democrat or if you're basically leaning that way and I explain the elector scheme to you, it sounds really fucked. But if you're a Republican or you're voting Trump and I explain the elector scheme to you, you basically say, well, I mean, he really thought that he'd won, so it makes sense why he would do it. So even though the elector scheme is fucking crazy and insane, it doesn't matter because they think he's just trying to like explore another legal option. Anyway, it's just, it's super, super, super frustrating. I am 27 and I have a herniated disc. Where did I go wrong? If you have a herniated disc, you should be taking care of your back and probably getting into physical therapy or rehab for it or whatever. I'm not a doctor, by the way, but for back problems, getting into some sort of physical rehab, something that involves light strength training or moving your body is, in my personal unmedical opinion, is incredibly important. Actually, sorry, it's arrogant. It's the arrogance months. If you have injuries, physical rehab is the most important thing that you can do for it. Full stop. If you do not rehab injuries, you will never, ever, ever gain healthy, pain-free functionality from that body part ever again. If you have a herniated disc, or if your back hurts and you're not doing anything to slowly rehab it back, it will hurt for the rest of your fucking life. Your body will be awkward and weird. You will never move correctly. There will always be a stinging pain. Those muscles will always be weak. You will learn a whole set of movements to compensate for the inability to operate those muscles pain-free, and you are destroying your body and yourself and your life, okay? Always, always, always learn. Active recovery. Go to a doctor, go to a physical therapist. That doesn't mean you need to start fucking pulling, okay? 405 from the ground, all right? Right after you hurt your back, but figure out a way to work around it. And rehab it. Rehab it. Physical therapy. Rehab it. It will only stay bad or get worse if you do nothing with it, all right? Okay, next link. What is this? Progressive Victory was doing something like this. What is this? I love the spooky noises.